The decisions we take today end up shaping our destiny. Whether we like it or not, we all make several decisions on a regular basis. So it only makes sense for us to want to get better at decision making, which is why you clicked on this video, right? In my opinion, the process of decision making can be as easy and as complex as you make it. Let's find out how. In this video, I'll be sharing with you the complete process of decision making and some tips that I have learned and applied in my life for making better decisions. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone who you think might benefit from watching it. So without any further ado, let's begin. For me, the first step in decision making process is to determine the importance of that decision. How much of an impact is that one decision going to make in my life? How high are the stakes? The answers to these questions entirely depend on who you are and what you want. It can be very personal. I like to focus on the bigger picture, and that's how I determine how much time and energy I'm going to spend in making that one decision. For instance, if you were a celebrity dressing up for a major PR event where all eyes are going to be on you, then it would make sense for you to spend months deciding that one outfit that you're gonna wear and even ask for advice from experts. On the other hand, the importance of that decision will significantly diminish if you were to just put something on to go pick up your kid from school. If your aim in life is to get all the materialistic luxuries and go on fancy vacations, then you'd have to decide to spend some extra hours at work, start a business on the side, and learn a thing or two about making smart investments. One thing to keep in mind is whether that decision actually that important in your life, or you're just making a big deal out of nothing in your own head. More on that later. At the end of the day, decisions are just choices, and our choices either take us towards our goals or away from them. So you need to first know what your goals are. Otherwise, you'll be spending your entire time living like a drifter who easily gets influenced by anything that anyone says or does. These people live under the impression that they are the ones making any decisions in their lives. But if you think about it, are they really? The second step is to try and constantly learn from your mistakes. According to a well-known quote by Mark Twain, good decisions come from experiences, but experiences come from making bad decisions. And I don't know about you, but I hate to waste a good mistake by not learning from it. Now, I'm not asking you to stop living in the present and start dwelling on the past, but I do encourage you to take some time off for thinking about the situations that you have met with in the past and try to see what you could have done differently. Remember that the process of self-analysis should always begin with first forgiving yourself for making bad decisions. It often helps me if I rethink the entire situation as if it were a plot of a story and I'm just a character in it. Thinking of yourself in third person can actually help in making better decisions. You must have heard that some people suggest when you are in the process of making a major decision, then you should think of yourself as if you are giving advice to a close friend of yours. The idea behind this is to take some pressure off of your shoulders, and the chances of you making better decisions arise when you are in a calm state of mind. For instance, you decide what you're gonna wear and what you're gonna eat on a daily basis. But when you have to make those same decisions when you're planning a date with your crush, then all of a sudden you start getting these anxiety attacks. Why do you think that happens? This can be resolved if you have spent some time beforehand in understanding what works for you and what doesn't, and learning how to keep yourself calm in various situations. Another thing that has led me to make bad decisions in the past is the need for perfectionism. Elizabeth Gilbert, a phenomenal writer, called perfectionism by its true name when she said that perfectionism is nothing but fear in really good shoes. It's really just fear. The truth is that there are no perfect decisions because the possibility of something better will always exist. And there's always going to be the chance that the decisions that you make today might not work out tomorrow the way you'd want them to. So you need to keep a can be wrong attitude while making a decision. All you gotta do is trust the knowledge, experience, and information that you have along with your gut feeling and take the best decision that you can under the given circumstances. The third step for me in the decision-making process is to gather as much information as I possibly can related to that topic. The less assumptions I make and the more facts I have, the better. Call me a nerd, but I like to read and learn how great leaders in the history used to take important decisions. It's good to expand your perspective and weigh various options before you come to a decision. Don't be afraid to think out of the box, as every decision can have several repercussions. It also helps to reframe your sentences. For instance, instead of calling major decisions challenges, you can think of them as opportunities that help you mold your life in whichever way you want. You see, now you're coming from a place of responsibility and ownership instead of fear and burden. I also like to consider what my ideal future self will thank me for doing while I'm making a decision, and that helps me getting through making some tough yet right choices. It all comes back to keeping the bigger picture in mind. Sometimes it's okay to go to other people to get their advice on certain things, but I'd advise you to be very vigilant on deciding who deserves to get a say in your life's decisions. After all, you don't want to discuss your skin problems with a plumber. In order to avoid a condition called decision paralysis, which basically stops you from taking a decision at all, I try to give myself a deadline no matter how important a decision is. I need to give myself a time frame in which I have to make a decision and trust that it's gonna be alright. I also like to limit my options through rational reasoning so that I can get the best practical options to pick from. Lastly, I encourage you to trust your intuition, especially in case of females who have been blessed with this incredible sixth sense or gut feeling, whatever you want to call it. Think of how many times you have made a decision only to say, I knew it, right after it has been proved to be a terrible mistake. At the end of the day, you always know what is right for you. And if you are having trouble in listening to or responding to your inner voice, then I suggest regular self-analysis through journaling and meditation, which can help. Over the years, I have learned to never compromise on my core values. If you know what is the right thing to do in a situation, then you can eliminate the temptation that comes from the wrong choices. And by doing the morally right thing, you get a boost of confidence and courage, which are both major aspects of personal development. Once you have done a great deal of work in making a decision, then you should act on it and stop contemplating about the end result. I know it's easier said than done, but you did what you did with the best that you had in the given moment, and that's all that matters. Also, stop taking yourself too seriously that you deny yourself any opportunity for any sort of risk taking. You can always take the safest options and stay in a protected environment all your life, or you can listen to your inner voice and take some calculated risks once in a while. You might make some bad decisions, but won't that make for a more interesting and more fulfilling life? I'm gonna let you ponder on that. I hope this video helps you make better, braver, and more informed decisions. Subscribe to this channel for more heartfelt videos. Thank you and take care.